This is how I do my standard trim for regular citrus peels and how I use them. The idea is that all edges and corners are controlled and trimmed to make it look well styled. I like this shape called a parallelogram, and I like these proportions. For this, make sure the 4 sides and the 4 corners are all clean cuts, straight and well defined. For the angle, I find something between 35 and 40 degrees elegant and well measured. A decent size for an orange peel would be between 4 and 5 inches long, and then between 3.5 and 4 inches for lemon and lime peels. For thickness, you want to see some pith for structure, but also some pores. This will hold the shape while also allowing the aromatic oils to be expressed. This here has too much pith for me, and this has too little. Neither of these will help express oils or prevent breaking. Once trimmed, there is a way to curl it to make it look stylish and elegant. Identify the corners. These are the pointed tips, and these are the wider angles. Don't curl the pointed tips inwards or you will get a shorter, clumsier garnish. I want to curl the wider angles inwards, leaving the pointed tips out. Remember that the oils come out of the external side of the peel, not from the right side. Notice how I express gently, keeping the cylindrical shape as opposed to folding it hard all the way flat to avoid breaking the peel or damaging it. If you want to lay it along the walls of the glass, I would suggest you hold it upright for a second with the pith facing inward toward the drink and follow the direction of the lower, wider angle. That way, when you let it fall a bit, you get a tip spiking out of the drink. Some common mistakes I often see when attempting this particular shape. And hey, I'm not dictating here, this is the shape everyone should do at all. Here's a good one for reference to compare. Peels not trimmed at all. Obviously this isn't a rule everywhere, but it is one I enforce in my tints. Peels with bruises, irregular cuts, or corners that aren't cleanly cut. You see pulp on the back? Pieces that are too small or sizes that aren't proportionally sized. Whatever you call these. Yep, I've seen it in service. Tips that are too pointy or not angled at all, unless of course you're intentionally going for your own shape, one that is standard across your bar program. The 2 ends cut perpendicular instead of parallel. A note on expressing them. You don't need to express the peels many times to aromatize a drink. Just keep a little distance from the drink and one single squeeze should do a great job. Wanna see something cool? If you keep small pieces or leftover scraps on the side and do a single proper squeeze over a drink, you can use and reuse a piece this small for about 6 to 10 separate drinks. Squeezing once and keeping it. The second one for another drink. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, almost. When peeling larger pieces like grapefruit, I don't need to cut diagonally. To maximize peel yield, I peel straight from top to bottom on 4 sides, then use the spaces in between for a smaller set that I might use for express and discard. And a pro tip for storage, prep these in advance ahead of service. If you toss them all randomly into a container, they'll dry out quickly. The key to storing these peels in good condition is threefold. They need to be moist, cold, and airtight. So I use a compartmented box like this in which I lay a bed of wet paper towel at the bottom, pile the peels tightly next to each other so they stay moist and protect each other, close it, ideally airtight, and keep it refrigerated. Here are some examples of how I use them in drinks. Sometimes curled a bit, sometimes laying open, and other times even rolled up on a pick.